A very good morning to everybody. Thank you very much for joining our webinar again. So this topic we talk about, one of very interesting topic is secret of losing 8 kg during MCO. And the reason why, because nowadays, if you look at a survey was conducted, what the industry wants after the people, I would say, wants or look into after the MCO session. A few areas that people want, for example, it would be, people talk about the job profiling. One, the job profiling, so usually they will talk about the health profiling as well. When talk the job profiling, so during this MCO, I also learned from one of my very close person. He's a sportman, national sportman. So he shared with me how to go for fasting. So then after that, the fasting way is very interesting, and also fasting is actually to clear your give your body a rest so that you're able to eliminate all the toxic within you. For those who never tried fasting before, I would strongly encourage you to try fasting, so so that you can able to do detoxification. But most important is that for this year a bit special, because last few years, right, during this period of time is a time for me to increase my weight again. The reason why, because I got a lot of invitation to go for buka puasa. I would say that nearly at least 2 to 3 times a week is considered very normal. But with the MCO, I need to thanks to MCO, I can skip having buka puasa with a lot of people during this period of time. And I think that for this year also, a lot of sectors would not celebrate Hari Raya in the office. So this also would help me to reduce my weight, because when I go to eat in any other places, so I might have difficulties to control my food. So not only that, just to share with you another information is that a lot of industry now, when they do their proposal to submit any of the program, so they need their employees to go for COVID test already. So please get ready with it, because there is in one of the association, whereas I'm one of the one of the council member, they mentioned that when you submit your proposal, at the last page, you have to submit those attended the meeting. Then after that, have they done the COVID test, and also what is the date? So this is required by them. So it means that the way how do we deal with business, and also how we look like, and also how healthy we are, will influence the whole system, and also the way how to do business now. So let me have a quick introduction of Miss Winnie. Because just for information, Miss Winnie have shared the secret during, I think, how many weeks back, Winnie? How many weeks? 2 weeks back, is it?
Last week.
Last week. Oh, last Monday. I'm so sorry. Because these few days, so many things happen. Because so that's why I forgot about it. Very sorry about that. For Miss Willie, actually, she is a very dedicated person, and she have done a lot. I would say that the man of all, with all kind of expertise. So, but whereas today she would like to share this topic because this is a free session. He wants everybody to stay healthy, and she also wants so that everybody would learn something and what to do. Even though after MCO, you can practice the whole exercise after that. So with this, I believe that it would be great to listen to the expert. How do we reduce weight? Just a very fast opening as well. Just I share a little bit of the talk about losing weight experience. Previously, I calculate, I know how to do the calculation according to the BMI and also the basal metabolism rate. Then I calculate, then after that, I measure also what is my food intake. And not only that, I make sure during that time, I was 72 to 73 kg. Remain there for very long time. And during 73 kg, then after that, every morning I will ensure I use a type of metal, about 5 kg each to stick it to my leg. Then I start to walk and also jog. And it seems that I try for more than 6 months, the weight remained there. The weight doesn't reduce at all. Okay, so then of course I do 24 hours dietary record as well, meaning that I go and calculate morning what do I eat to be aware so that I can cut all the teh tarik, so the sugar content and everything. But it seems that I fail. Okay, so if you think of just only cut teh tarik, then after just only cut dinner, can you imagine that for my dinner during that time, I just take half 1/4, 1/4 from the plate. But it seems that it doesn't work. Okay, if you are interested to know, please go to my Facebook and see the post in the year of 2019, 2018. You can see a big difference. But even though I've reduced, but I've recently I still could observe that the 3 layers muscle, okay, actually it's a fat, okay, but still remain here. Maybe if the trainer can share a little bit, that's why I prefer to do like this, or I prepare wear a tie, because the 3 layers is really something not presentable. So maybe trainers have something to share. So I'm looking forward for this interesting session. So let me pass to Miss Winnie to share more on this. And also stay tuned with me after Winnie have shared. So at the end of the session, I will share with you how I am able to reduce from 72, that's my perspective, yeah, what I've done from 72 to until 72 to 72 until 66 and maintain 65 before MCO. Then during MCO, okay, it reached up to 63.5 currently. So I do not realize that I reduced my weight until after MCO. I go to Taobao, to pack some food. Previously, the person said, "Oh, you slim down." Only I go back and measure, and oh, okay, what they say is true. Okay, so with this, so thank you very much. So I stay tuned with Miss Winnie now. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato. Thank you for your quick introduction. First of all, may I ask you guys the question? Can you hear me loud and clear? If yes, please key in the chat box. Yes, please. Oh, great. Okay. A very good morning to everyone. Thank you for coming and attending these events. I understand MCO already lifted and some of you already start working and you still come for this event. Thank you so much. And secondly, thank you Humanology in CBMRA for having me here to share with you the secret of losing 8 kg during MCO. I think everyone loves these topics. Huh? I'm seeing some message already. Can you share me some notes? I say, don't worry. Later, Dr. Vincent will share this in Telegram. And I thank everyone here for coming to attend this, even though you are busy. Thank you so much. I think you guys deserve a round of applause to yourself. So I shall begin now. So can you see my slide here shows that 4 stages of quarantine. The first one is the phase 1, where you're still looking good. Then the second one, you put it on the mask, but it still looks okay. That's why you get a lot of selfie. And the third, where you start to see phase 3, because all of us can't able to get our hair cut, even when my hair is getting longer. The worst thing is for men. They give very long, and until some of my friends start to tie their hair. And the last stage is the phase 4. But you see, so chubby. Don't you think that all of us lately, you see our Instagram, our Facebook, not many people wants to post their personal photo anymore? Don't you realize? If you realize that, please key the yes in the chat box. All right, let me give you a little bit of myself. My name is Winnie. I'm Bachelor of Commerce major in Business Management. I'm a certified licensed tourist guide in Malaysia, and also a certified trainer HRDF SBL. And also I'm a Chinese metaphysics practitioner. Today, I'm going to share with you 4 simple ways to lose weight. Mainly to cut back on carbs, exercise, sufficient sleep is very important. And drink the kind of drinks that helps to promote weight loss. And last, I'm also going to share with you a little bit about fasting, which I find it is very useful, especially now where we are all in a fasting month. Don't get me wrong, not the Muslim will get fasting. The Chinese, like me, I will do fasting, but I do it in another way. I will do it at night instead of the morning. And last, we will have a session on Q&A. Can you see the little art here that I received last week? It was really funny when all of us would start to go back to work and we realize we have a problem that we can't put on our old clothes. There's a lot of there's this kind of problems among my friends. They keep telling me, oh, during the entire of MCO, they actually put on approximately 5 kg. Know what 5 kg can turn aside? That's pretty dangerous to me. Well, I started the photo on the left. It was me at the time of 60 kg. This wasn't the last picture I took. This is the one that probably before Chinese New Year. This was a photo. I conducted one team building, and what inspired me during the MCO that I want to slim down is all because I was too free during the MCO, especially the first 2 days. You know what? Most of us during the MCO is either we start to cooking, we start to do housekeeping, we start to clear things on the first 2 days because there wasn't any mood to do the work at that time. So what I did is I start to clean my wardrobe. And this happened, I found a piece of my blouse that I bought way back 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Oh my God. When I start looking at this, the size of this blouse is only size S. And how come I still keep this piece of clothes in my wardrobe? I was just wondering because I was too busy, so I have no time to clear my wardrobe. And when I look at it, oh my God, this is size S. I start to put on it. Oh my God, I can only cover my head, not even want to put down to my body. So I said, this is serious. I must do something. Over the 10 years, I have put on almost 10 kg. What happened? What happened to the old Winnie? And now the new Winnie here is so fat. I can't accept it. So what I did is I start to plan. I start to ask myself, will I want this to carry on? Will I want this to look after the MCO? No, this is not what I want. I want a new me. I understand after MCO, everything will be new normal. I don't want to see the old Winnie. That's where the trigger point is. I want to see the new Winnie here. Now, I'm going to share with you some of the steps that what I did during MCO. 4 simple ways here to lose weight. I truly understand when you Google in internet, you can find many ways of losing weight. Losing weight is not the matter of getting the latest trend of exercise equipment. It's not getting the best coach. It's not getting the best formula. But all this comes to ourselves. The most important key thing is, do we know ourselves? How desperate we want to lose weight? That is the key point. If you know how desperate you are, you will find ways to make it happen. It's not the method, it's not the formula, it's not the equipment. It's all about yourself. So today, start asking yourself, how badly you want to change yourself. If you get the answer, if you know the why, you will find the way to lose the maximum. You will do. You will read a lot of articles. You will find method, YouTube, everyone. All this method is all inside YouTube. It's all in the reading in Google's. You can find, everyone can do. It's not a special secret. But ask yourself, are you willing to do? Are you willing to sacrifice? It also plays an important of how determined you want to lose weight. So first of all, we start with, I have the formula of WCES. W stands for water. Did you know that you can lose weight by drinking water? Drinking water to lose weight is one of the easiest things you can do to support your weight loss effort. Studies have shown that drinking water raises your metabolism and improves your fat burning rate. Water is the most important ingredient in weight loss. We all know that water is good for us. And we also have heard that it's a great weight loss program. But have you ever tried? Keep yourself hydrated is the most important, and it also helps in our digestions. Just keep us full, okay? And you might thinking, how much water to drink? If you search in the internet, probably they will ask you 2 liters. But for my experience here, I drink about 3 to 4 liters a day. 750 ml right before you exercise in the morning. That is crucial, because as you sweat, you will get dehydrated. And the more water you consume, the better it is. You can flush out. And the second, C is about cutting carbs. Carbohydrates is very important in our food groups. Carbohydrates are the sugar, starch, fibers found in the fruits, grain, vegetables, milk product. Most carbs can be broken down or transformed into glucose, which can turn and use into as energy. Carbs can also be turned into fat and stored in energy and later in use. Cutting carbs to lose weight is one of a very efficient way. Cutting back on the processed carbohydrate is extremely important in losing weight. And one of the ways that why I can be reduce so much weight, because I cut on carbs, mainly rice, noodles, and bread, especially white bread. Yeah, I cut these 3 and higher. I don't take at all during this MCO. You will see tremendous results with this. Okay, the key success of losing weight, develop healthy diet and exercise. So here comes in the E. We need exercise, and exercise being more than a physical active. We normally exercise. For me myself, I need at least 1 hour per day, 1 hour in a day to exercise. And of course, some people might thinking, oh, I only do exercise, then I can wire up a lot of food. No, this is not going to work, because by exercising for 1 hour, it probably only going to cut you around 200 to 250 calories. but the way you consume one plate of char kway teow is already more than that. So I don't advise you to only focus on exercise, but we should take it as an overall, but not to miss, because you need exercise. Otherwise, the way your muscle will lose out. You need a little bit of tone that you look nice. Huh? And the fourth method is sleep. Sleep plays a very important. Many people are not getting a good sleep. In fact, about 30% of adults sleeping fewer than 6 hours most of the night. And sleep does help to lose weight. More specifically, getting between about 7 to 9 hours sleep per day, but it seems to be optimal for our body. So a lack of sleep can cause daytime tired, making you less likely and make motivation to exercise. You totally don't like to exercise because you feel very tired. Then you are thinking excuses for yourself. This happened to me when before MCO. Before MCO, I used to go for a run. And every morning I have a problems where I have two bodies talking to me. One is the angel and one is the devil. The angel will tell me, Winnie, come on, get up, let's go and run. But then on the other side, the devil will tell me that, Winnie, it's okay. You have been working very hard last night. It's okay that you continue to sleep. You need to reserve more energy for other things. And these conversations can go on 5, 10, 20 minutes. So, but we must know what we want. So at that time, I used to run 2 to 3 days a week. But during the MCO, I can't do it. So what happened? In the morning, again, I have this angel and devil talking to me. But then this time, I know the reason why I want to lose weight. I just have to tell the devil, shut up. I will do it. So 6:45, I will just wake up and begin my day. So next steps, we are going to calculate your calories. Different people, male or female, they consume different amount of calories. Here is the steps that by keying your age, height, and weight, even your gender, able to decide the amount of calorie that you require. This is called a calorie calculator, allows you to calculate how many calories you should eat in a day in order to lose certain amount of weight by a certain day. So for me, because I have exercise, for those people who do not have exercise, not that active, normally the range of the calorie required is for female is between 1,500 to 2,000. For male is 2,000 to 2,500. For my case, I calculate is approximately about 2,000. That is the calorie that I require. So in here, you'll be able to check it out how much weight you lose and how much calorie you can cut. Okay, in order to lose 0.5 kg per week, it is recommend you cut 500 calories per day. 500 calories sounds a lot, right? So for example, if myself, I estimate I use 2,000 calories per day. To maintain my weight, I need to consume, to cut 500, I can only take 1,005 calories. 1,005 calories. By cutting 7 days, 500 a day, I'm cutting 3,005 calories in a week just to lose 0.5 kg. It sounds complicated, but if you're able to calculate in that way, it helps a little bit, yeah? So it is also important to allow how many serving that we eat in a package. It's often more than one. So if you transmit 7 grams of carbs per serving into 4 serving, you will end up need to take 28 grams of carbs in the whole day. So by calculating your calories, you'll be able to monitor what you eat. But for myself, I started with having breakfast and lunch. Slowly, I start to cut on dinner. So now I'm only eating breakfast and lunch. And the amount of food I try to reduce, not to totally no carbs, but I supplement it with high protein, more meat and vegetables. So now I'm going to share with you what kind of food that you should eat during your slimming period, your weight loss period, that I highly recommend. And this is based on my experience, and I find it very useful. You may try, but it also depends on individual. Some people are slowly only on vegetables, which I do not encourage, because we need protein to burn fat. So I will actually recommend you to take meat. Meat actually helps to burn off fat faster. This is what my experience. Eating a good protein source at every meal can help easier to cut back on carbs. So when you take a lot of meats, you take a lot of fish, you will tendency not to eat so much of rice, noodles, and bread. I'm a bread lover. I used to take lots of bread, but now during the entire MCO, for almost 2 months, I did not have any bread at all. No rice, no noodles. This is a big challenge for me, but I'm happy with it. I'm able to go without all these carbs. And it really makes me lighter, because of having these carbs during my working day. I have a problem. After having carbs, I feel sleepy, I feel tired. But now, not having the carbs, I feel more energetic. I feel more energetic than before and lighter. And concentration is most important, leaders. When you have a heavy meals, after your heavy meals, you're having a meeting, that is, you feel certainly your whole body, you can be very tired and no energy. I'm not sure whether you have a problem. If you have a problem, please type yes, because I have the problems that I cannot have a heavy meal during lunch, because that makes me so tired, and after I have no mood to continue. So by cutting all these carbs, it helps me very much. And fish and meat is the contain most high protein in it. For fruits, vegetables, fruits, I highly recommend you take oranges. I know that all fruits are good, but some fruits I have contain very high sugar, especially like durians, mango, grapes, all this. I don't recommend it. I will recommend it you take oranges, because oranges have very high vitamin C, and also guava, and it's not all, it also helps to eliminate toxic and stimulate the immune systems, especially in today COVID-19. We need to build our immune system. That is very important. And don't get me wrong, by taking a fruits, some people might think, oh, how about drinking fruit juice? No, fruit juice contains very, very high sugar levels. I don't recommend. Like drinking approximately about a glass of fruit juice, it actually contains 48 grams of carbs, and this sugar can transfer into fat. So I don't recommend you to drink fruit juice. It's a big no for weight loss program. Remember, don't take that. And talking about vegetables, eating vegetables is very good because it contains high water. And high water, it helps us to keep our dehydrations. About 20% of the fluid intake comes from these fruits here. The next is my favorite. I like eggs. Each egg only contains 1 gram of carbs. I'm having 4 eggs a day. 2 in for breakfast. My breakfast is simple. I will have 2 eggs of hard-boiled egg and 1 bowl of Greek yogurt. That is where I'm going to tell you, in yogurt, you do not take the low-fat yogurt. Prefer full cream, because all this low-fat yogurt actually contains a lot of sugars. So take the original, not low-fat, the full cream. It will help you to burn fats. And the eggs also have very high quality of proteins here, which can help you to feel full. So I had my breakfast approximately about 8 o'clock, and my lunch will only come in about 1 o'clock. Yeah, and the more eggs we consume, a lot of people might think, wow, you're taking so much egg, will it cause high cholesterol? No. So far, the more eggs I consume, my cholesterol gets lower, because per my understanding, the cholesterol actually comes from the trans fat that we eat. That's why I don't recommend you to take the carbs, and it's really, really bad. Dairy products are delicious and can be very healthy. It contains calcium, magnesium, and other important minerals. And all this helps us to fight our weight loss, is the most important. However, some dairy products are quite a bad choice, like low carb, low carbs diet, all those that low fat that I mentioned just now. Yeah, prefer not to. And especially if you like yogurt, please do not take those yogurt with fruit flavor. That also very high sugar content. You should not be taking that. Prefer Greek yogurt, plain. That will be the best. Next, wow, just now we have shared with you about the food that we take, and now we move on to the food that we should avoid. There are many food that we should avoid, but I will only point into these 4 main categories, which is number 1, sugar. When it comes to weight loss tips, going on a no sugar diet can help to aid in weight loss. And more, eliminating added sugar from your diet can help to lower your blood sugar, reduce your risk of getting diabetes, and even help with the symptoms of diabetes if you already suffer the disease. I, for myself, because my both parents, my father, the entire family is having diabetes. My mom's side, the entire family are having high blood pressures. So from young, I'm conscious of not to taking too sweet stuff and too oily stuff. So these weight loss programs, that helps me. I can move forward not to consume sugar. But again, we do need some sugar in our body. But however, we can actually substitute by other things. How about some good sugar? But of course, a lot of people might ask me, how about taking supplements like we use artificial sugar? If we can, we try not to, but these are chemicals, so I don't recommend. Best you just cut the sugar. Of course, the most important is cut all the sugar drinks. Less sugar, better for us. And sugar makes us tired. It's most important. While sugar drinks may be one of the worst offenders in your weight gain, they are not the only carbs you should avoid, but you should try to slim down. So by cutting all these sugars, it will help tremendously. So limit intake of your sweet. like candies, chocolate. For myself, during the entire MCO, I don't really cut my chocolate. In fact, I take chocolate, but instead of milk chocolate, I take another type of chocolate called the dark chocolate, which is 80% chocolates. And the more cocoa, it does help us to reduce weight. Then I find it very useful. When I have low energy, not enough sugar, I will just put a piece of dark chocolate, and it helps me to gain back my energy. It works. That is for me. I'm not sure how about others, but you can try. The entire weight loss program is all about try and error. You need to experience it, because this formula might work well for me. I'm not sure how about you. So you have to try it. But remember, taking full milk chocolate with raisin and nuts all, this definitely not going to help you. Okay, so please don't. I only recommend dark chocolate, but not others. Okay, second, I really cut all this is things that starchy food like bread, rice, cereal, potatoes are not helping weight loss at all. And starch can be very high calories. And that means that by reducing that in your diet, you may help to slim down fast. One way, if you try yourself, 5 days, you just cut half of your consuming starch, rice, bread, and noodles. If you can cut that, I tell you, you will see amazing result. But of course, I understand that in Malaysia, we're an Asian country. Rice is the most important part of our meal. We can't cut it. But try to cut. Maybe start with a quarter, then start half. Then by cutting all this, you will see the results. 5 days. For me, it's 5 days. Cutting all this starch, I see it, and the result is there. Try it. You take it slowly. You don't cut it right starting. You avoid it a bit, slowly by a bit, and you will see the result. It's tremendously. And the third, highly not recommend, is a food with trans fat. No, everyone loves burgers, pizza, french fries, and cheese. But you know that how much trans fat it contains? Artificial trans fats, on the other hand, are the form when fats and oil are hydrogenated. It's a process, and this process by which the hydrogen is added into the vegetable oil and form semi-solid fat called hydrogenated oil. They can raise your bad cholesterol. This is how and why my previous bad cholesterol gained a lot, because I love to take pastry. Now I know, by cutting the entire MCO, now I'm cutting all this, my cholesterol level went down tremendously. And to lose weight, there are certain trans fats that we should avoid completely. The 7 trans fats that we should avoid it. First are the cakes, pastry, pies, bakery, biscuit, anything that is processed, also not encouraged. Muffin is one of my favorite. Please do not take. But once in a while, a little bit sweet is okay. Because in life, if everything we can't eat, there's no life, right? So we just have to count our calories. Then we can able to have a healthy. If we always keep ourselves that know this, know that, there is no life. Remember, you can always have a cheat day. A cheat day for me is in once a week. Probably I have a small cup of ice cream, a bigger piece of chocolates. This is to reward myself. But again, on the next day, I will cut double. Because of today, I consume additional 200 of calories, and tomorrow I will cut more, or I will work out another additional 5 minutes just to compensate what I eat. Okay, and always listen to your body and never say that I don't eat this, I don't eat that. It's just taking a moderate to help yourself. And lastly, the number four food that I strongly do not encourage is the processed food. Processed food. Processed food is very, very bad. Here are the processed food to avoid for weight loss. The category include burgers, canned food, frozen fruit, anything prepared ahead. Okay, eating all this can actually build up your waistline. Why our waistline getting these 3 layers is all about this processed food and trans fat that mainly cause it. Yeah. Just now we talked about food we can eat and food we should not eat. And now I'm going to share with you drinks, water. What kind of drinks actually promote you in weight loss? Just now we talked about drinking water. Yeah, drinking water helps maintain the balance of your body fluid. Your body is composed of 60% of water. The function of these body fluids include the digestion, absorption, circulation, creations of saliva, transportations of your nutrition, and maintain the body temperature. Yeah, your body need to be hydrated. If you have no water, then you have problems. Your skin do not look nice. Huh? Okay, water helps to maintain normal bowel function to prevent constipation. A lot of time when we have weight loss, we often have this problem because when we shrink down of food, we have a problem of constipations, and mainly because we do not drink enough of water and eat enough of fiber. So if you have consumed these two, you should not have a problem on constipations. But again, because you start to change the way you eat, the first 2 weeks you might face the constipations problem. But don't worry, keep drinking water. The more water you drink, it actually helps a lot to go on the bowel. Yeah? And after the water, talk about the second drinks that I highly recommend. Just now when I talked to Dato, this is a special drink and I highly recommend it. It's called the ginger lemon drink. What happened? Early in the morning, the first drinks after you drink about 500 ml water, the second drinks, I encourage you to make the ginger lemon drink in hot. Okay, the ginger, you're using the young ginger, you shaded it, and you squeeze the lemon entire into a jar. Okay, a jar is about 1.5 liter. You can drink up to 6 cups. 6 cups hot. The first cup when you drink it, you actually feel your stomach, the air flush it out. And secondly, by drinking this water, it helps you to increase your metabolism very high. This citric juice, the lemons, helps to digestions and review bloating, your stomach bloating. Most of the times that when we feel that we are fat, we have lots of weight because of our stomach is bloating, and these drinks really helps you, and they have the qualities limiting only to digest your enzyme, and you mix together with the ginger, because ginger is a naturally calm the belly. It's effective in calming the belly. The benefit of ginger and it helps to have the anti-inflammatory properties and helps you to burn up your fat faster. So with these two you add together before the exercise, you can see the amount of sweat that you are sweating. That's why I say that if you take this drink for 7 days consecutively, I swear you can see you start to have a fatter tummy. It works wonder. Of course, before I started the ginger lemon drink, I did try out the green tea. I bought the green tea from Japan. It is not the one that I use here, the small sachets. I bought in Japan because I finished up all my green tea and I don't have green tea. That's where I run into ginger lemon. And green tea is also helping, very good, it's helping the weight loss. Green tea may benefit weight loss by helping the body metabolism. Again, it has the same functions to keep up our metabolism. That's why we can burn more fat. And same thing goes to black coffee. But again, you see, if you make ginger lemon tea in such a big pot, you can drink half of the day. But how many cups of coffee you're going to drink? Don't tell me you're going to drink 6, 7 cups of coffee. I did try that, but what happens? I can't sleep at night. This is a problem. That's why I cut back on black coffee. I can only take black coffee in the morning. Once in the afternoon, I can't, because when I drink it late, then I can't sleep at night. That's why I substitute it by ginger lemon. So you have to try your method. Some method can work for you, some method can work for me. So you have to try. So for green tea and black coffee, they have the same methodology that they can actually increase our metabolism. And for coffee, please do not drink those with sugar or cream, preferably only black coffee. All right. So try and error, see which one you. For me, I find it ginger lemon is the best. Of course, some of my friends also share with me using baking soda. So I have not tried that, but maybe one day I will try using baking soda. It does helps in weight loss as well. So now I want to talk about your meals. Remember, ladies and gentlemen here, we have to use, I like to use the 80%, 80-20 rules. A lot of people say, okay, come on, I'm going to exercise a lot, then I can wire up a lot of food. No. So 80% of what we eat and 20% only come from the exercise. No matter how much exercise you work, 2-3 hours, you cannot beat the amount of food that you consume. So what we encourage you is, the best is to control what you eat. If you are following the rules of 80-20, instead of eliminating 500 calories by painstaking striking all your dairies from your diet, you can actually burn 250 from the gym or the workout and cut back another 250 from the food that you consume. Maybe you can cut a bowl of ice cream perhaps, or a cup of teh tarik. That probably will help you. A combination of diet and exercise is the best at the stage of weight loss. So you need to have both. Exercise extremely good for health, but it is not the activity that makes you lose weight. Remember, some people will say, oh, they're setting very high goals. How about going for marathon? No. Because by running 1 hour, the most you can only able to burn 200 to 250 of calories. So must why you cut down on your food, that makes you better. Yeah, that's why 80-20 rules. Always think amount of food that you eat, you think before you eat, and you also need to exercise. Yeah. The second is you have to eat the same time consistent. You must let your body to understand. For example, if your breakfast is at 8 o'clock and after 5 hours, you can have your lunch. And after 5 hours, you can have your dinner. Okay, you don't stretch on, okay, I'm having breakfast at 8 o'clock and I eat my lunch at 4, 5 o'clock. No. Okay, this will actually makes you hunger. The more you hunger, you eat more. So I encourage you to eat at the same time, please. Yeah. Third, water. When you plan your meal, how about having 2 glasses of water before you eat? Why? Because when you drink water, it can help you to feel more filling, and that makes you consume less of your food. That is part of my tricks. I like it. Before I eat, half an hour, I take 2 glasses of water, 250 ml each. That makes me fuller, then I consume less food. Yeah. Third, before I go into the portion, I jumped into chew. Okay, chewing 20 to 30 times before you swallow. That is very important. Putting down your fork between the bites of the food helps you to cut more, eat more slowly, and you savor each bite of your food. You actually taste the food much better, and you appreciate your food. Eat food that need chewing. Focus on the fiber fruits where you need a lot of chewing, like vegetables, nuts, and meats. For me, I always count the times I eat. I know it's a lot of taking a lot of time consuming, but it helps me to slow down the process, and I start to enjoy and appreciate my food longer. Okay, fiber can promote weight loss. Chewing until the food and become lumpless and increase the number of calories. It actually helps. By chewing, you can also exercise your face, which you think is good. And I have read some of the articles showing that by chewing more, you can actually burn extra 10 calories for a 300 calories meals. So meaning to say, if we're able to slow down our food consumption and chewing it in an entire month, you burn 2,000 calories, which you think is great for you? Yeah, we can try that. And lastly, I go back to the portion. I mentioned just now, we always proportions what we eat by using our hand here. Okay, the palm size of the protein, vegetables, and you only take about these cups of cups rice. So by proportionate, you actually count what you eat, and this really works for a normal eaters. But for me, I cut down entire on the cups. I only focus on vegetables and proteins. Okay. Next, sufficient sleeps. Okay. A lot of my friends going through this on diet programs. They follow everything, but what happened? They tell me that, Winnie, I only sleep 5 hours a day because I have no time. And again, this is wrong. Poor sleeps helps repeatedly be linked to a weight gain. People sleeps require vary. Different people have different sleeping patterns and the time. But generally speaking, researchers have observed changing in weight when people get fewer than 7 hours sleeps. Short sleep duration increase the likelihood of obesity by 89%. Okay, I got this from internet. It says, and for children, it needs about 89%, and for adults, about 55%. So sleep can help direct impact to our body weight through it impact appetite, metabolism, hormone regulations, and energy level. So if you have been sleeping less than your regular during interrupts your sleeps, it can help you hold you back in your weight loss. This happens among my friends. I have one of the friends, she follow entire of taking fruits, vegetables, but only one day he sleeps less than 5 hours, and immediately the weight shoot up. So again, when we sleep, please remember, don't play our phone. We need to put away. We need to have a quality sleeps. A quality, to improve qualities, we do not have all these gadgets and all these infrareds as making us to have a difficult sleeps. So I will suggest you, when you sleep, everything into total dark. That is the best way. And here comes last is the exercise regularly. I know everyone thinks that, oh, Winnie, it's very difficult for me to exercise, but don't worry, you can always start with small steps. When I start exercising, I start with 5 to 10 minutes Tabata, and slowly every day I increase by 5 minutes. And now I'm able to do full 1 hour full sweat exercise. This is important because for us to tone up our body, we want to slim, but we don't want to have all these flabby hands and legs, right? It looks ugly. So we want to tone up a bit, and workout is definitely required here. And I want to urge everyone, there is no excuse. If you want to burn calories, you have to exercise. You have to exercise. You have heard a million times before, in order to see a lose weight result, you need to focus diet and also exercise. If you stop moving, you will start reducing your weight. You stop moving. So try to correct this by wearing, if you can't do exercise, how about wearing a watch now, like babies? You can count how many steps you walk. I know that during MCO you are confined, but how about walking within your house, doing housework? Very effective. This both can help you to count the steps and to supplement your workout. Okay, if you don't want, then you can do exercise. You can clean in your house. As long as you have, you must sweat. But if you want a maximum results, you have to go through the intense. You have to have a full sweat. You have to have something that burn. You have to burn your cardio. Then only you can see the results. Otherwise, you will not see the effectiveness. For me, it's a courage. I need to keep myself moving, to tell myself, Winnie, if you don't do 1 hour, what happened into next? I don't want to get fat. That's why I keep telling myself, and now it becomes a momentum. Every day when I wake up at 6:45, it becomes a momentum for me. Okay, after breakfast is my 1 hour workout. So it become me to be a new habit for me to do this. And I kind of afraid that what if I start working, what happens then? I cannot do workout. Probably I'll wake up much earlier to do my 1 hour workout. And I certainly like the way that I sweat after workout, because the sweat helps me to give me the momentum. I feel good. I feel happy. That's the most important. That's why it keeps me keep exercising. Last, that I want to share with you about fasting. I incorporate, actually, if you want to exercise, if you exercise and take care of your food, it's good enough. But I also want to add something called intermittent fasting, which I find it very useful, and it works wonders. It works wonders for me. Okay, intermittent fasting is currently one of the world's most popular health and fitness trends. Right? People are using it to lose weight, improve the health, and simplify their lifestyles. Intermittent fasting is an eating pattern that cycles between period of fasting and eating. It doesn't specify what kind of food that you should not eat, or rather you don't eat. Right? So basically, I can still consume what I like, but I limit myself for the time frame of eating. It's not diet in conventional sense, but it kind of more accurate described as the eating patterns. And common intermittent fasting, the people that use that are listed down here is about 5 types here. And I summarize it. What really is called the intermittent fasting? I use it at, I actually program it my eating time from morning. When I wake up, I start my breakfast at 8 o'clock. I only allowed to eat until before 2 o'clock. That is my eating time. And the rest, I do fasting. Okay, this is called intermittent fasting. I understand not everyone able to do so, but you can always start with 12 hours or less than 8 hours using the period of your sleeping time. That's why we encourage you to sleep at least 8 hours. So make sure that the 8 hours that you don't consume food. Okay, during the fasting month, especially for the Muslim, it is a great idea to do fasting. And I also follow the Muslim to do fasting now. But just the difference is I do my fasting in the nighttime instead of the daytime. What I did is I actually when I start, actually I stop eating after 7. Okay, I have my early dinner, and slowly I stop my dinner and I start to eat, have a early late meals. So from 7 I move up to 6:30 to 6 to 5 and make it early, and up to the point of 4 o'clock. So the last 4 o'clock is my eating time. So I have a range of from 8 to 4 o'clock, is which about 8 hours time where I can take food. That's for my breakfast and lunch. Right? Other than that, I don't consume anything, but I can drink water. Right? In intermittent fasting, we can allow to drink green tea, you get ginger, lemon, coffee, whatever you want. But for me, I don't take other drinks aside plain water. Yeah? I take aside plain water, and I find this is extremely very useful. I know this is not easy, but you can start to try it step by step, and you will able to move forward from 12 to 16, and after that 18 hours. That where I start to do 24 hours fasting. I did for last week, I did twice. So it's very good. Intermittent fasting is not only for slimming down, like Datuk said, it also helps me to detox my body. So now I start to do more than 2 days, and eventually I want to challenge myself. Instead of 24 hours, I try to do it like 26, 28, and try to do 1.5 day fasting. We'll see what is the results. But of course, during the intermittent fasting, please, 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 water is very important. You need to consume more water than the normal. So like now I'm taking like 3 to 4 liters of water. Maybe in intermittent fasting, I will have to consume approximately about 5 or more liters of water. That it helps. So lastly, I would like to end my session with this quote. Do something today that your future self will thank you. So we can't swap MCO away, but what we can do is we prepare a better of ourselves when the world starts, which already starts. Back to work. Many people still panicking and living fear of the worst. Don't buy into fear and anxiety. You have the choice to react by hiding away and respond by taking action. Be miles ahead of your peers. Start at home. Learn something new. Doesn't mean you have to go on diet as me. Learn something new for yourself. Okay? Weight loss is something I highly recommend if you have no other things to do, so that you hit a ground running when you head back to work. Why wait when you can take the first steps? Everyone is capable of the latter if they equip themselves with the right tools and skills. Look at the crisis as an opportunity to better yourself. It is up to you to seize up. It is never too late. All you need to do is to get started. Learn to channel your brain power towards a more productive activities. This MCO is a chance to add to your skill sets. Come out in this event as a stronger and better ever of yourself. Last, I want to show you my latest photo is before MCO and after MCO. And before MCO, I was about 60 kg. And now the MCO, here comes the new of me of 52 kg. So yes, that's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for Humanology. If you have any questions, you may write to me, you may write to Humanology or MRA.
There's a lot of questions. But before we end the question, today we have I managed to get one of the another success key story, okay, by is a gentleman. So he's Mr. We call him as MZ. Okay, MZ, can you please on your mic, please? Okay. So just give me 1 or 2 minutes to share on who is MZ, yeah? Okay. So we call it MZ. MZ was he worked in Jabatan Audit Negara, okay, for Malaysia. But currently he is in China. I cannot remember which university, Fujian or Nanjing University. So when I observed his Facebook when he was in China, he managed to reduce his weight dramatically. So another of the success case study that MZ, are you here? If you are here, please on your mic, please share 1 or 2 words with everybody here. While waiting for him, I think that it's good that we answer some of the questions. So
wow,
a few
questions. A lot of questions.
Yeah, a lot of questions. Okay, first there are question about the what are the software or what are the apps that we can calculate the calorie? Can you share it later on in the
Sure. I can share the link to in the group chat. It's pretty simple. You just actually you just key in calorie calculator. There are lists of calculator there. You just pick it one, and I particularly like this because it's kind of simple, and it also identify you that whether you are a workout person or non-workout person. That I want it to be simple and easy because for me is this MCO lost weight. I want it to use a minimum cost. Of course, other people say using different ways to calculate, but I just want to be simple. Keep it simple because we are just beginner.
Okay, then another question that they will ask can we cut off nuts, rice in our diet? What is your comment? How about drink chocolate, dark chocolate? Sorry. 2 questions. What about rice and dark chocolate?
For rice, I would highly recommend if you're able to reduce rice, especially white rice. But some in Asian people, we have problems because we have to feel our stomach to be full. We are taught in that, so not many people can do it. But somehow you can substitute it by other protein. For chocolate drinks, yes, you can, but you have to look at the labels. Please do not drink chocolate drinks which have high content of sugar, because sugars able to promote weight gain. So I don't encourage unless you are assured that the chocolate drinks that contain very minimum of sugar. And I would encourage everyone to learn how to read the nutrition fact and labels and on our products. Okay, in states and overseas, the people are trained to read the nutrition facts, but unfortunately in Malaysia, people are not trained to. So I always look at the amount of calories and the fat and sugar contains in the label before I consume. That is very important.
What about dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate, yes, but not too much. No doubt it helps to promote weight loss, but you don't eat a lot. I take a small piece small piece before I start workout because it gives me the energy. Okay, and preferably is 80% of dark chocolate, so it's quite bitter. So when it's quite bitter, not sure that everyone likes it. For me, it gives me a boost up. Okay, so you have to try, but preferably dark chocolate with high content of cocoa. Yeah.
What about cheese? What type of cheese that do you recommend?
For cheese, I still consume the normal cheese. Don't go for those low-fat cheese. I like Parmesan. I like mozzarella. But the amount, the consumed amount, you still have to read the label carefully. Okay, doesn't mean that high fat dairy product is good that you can wear up a lot. You still have to take the proportion. Like for example, I do make some cauliflower, carrots baked with chicken. I add cheese topping on it. It helps to bring up the flavor, and the entire dish doesn't exceed 700 calories. It's just nice for me to have for lunch, a fulfilling lunch, because it contains veggie, protein, and also high fat dairy. Yes. Any next question?
What about low-fat milk?
No fat milk. To be honest, I don't really like all these words that no fat, low fat, low fat, low sugar is still okay. Low fat, no, I don't really. We go back to the traditional way. I still take full cream, yogurt, full cream milk, because this is the natural. I don't want you to have substitute. Normally for those with low fat, it compromises with high sugar. So when you read the label, you can actually notice that there's a difference. So I don't take those low-fat milk, low-fat cheese, no.
How do we know water intake for ourselves? Is it 2 liters for everybody?
The normal as per the research indicate that 2-liter water is the normal. But if we are going for the weight loss program, it's better that we do it more. So the best thing is when we have a cup, we have a tumbler. My tumbler indicate 1 tumbler is about 1 liter. So I will make sure I drink 5 tumbler of it. So first morning already 1 tumbler. After exercise another tumbler. You actually count amount of water you drink. But of course, when during the night for ladies, I don't encourage you to drink so much water, because the next morning you might have a puffy eye.
What about doing sauna? But COVID-19, yeah, I think sauna is closed and is dangerous. And also, the next question, just I missed one question. The ginger drink, right? So do we need to how to make the ginger lemon water? I missed one question just now. Is that they talk about, do we need to boil the ginger first or something like that? Can you please share with us step by step?
For ginger, what you can do in the morning, you just take just a small piece about this size, then you shredded it. You shredded it and you put into a big jar. The jar is about 1.5 liter. Normally I use 1.5 liter. You just shredded it and you squeeze the lemon and you boil the hot water and you pour into it. That's it. You don't need to cook separately. I don't cook separately because I'm a lazy person. I want it fast. So I shredded it and squeeze the lemon. All it takes about 5 minutes, hot water, then you are done. It's simple.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Doing sauna at home, that's great. Okay, what about sauna? What is your comment? Doing sauna at home?
Sauna can, it helps, but it has to drain your water. It has to drain your water. And same thing, if sauna, I will much prefer to steam. Steam is less drain out our water. But bear in mind, if you are doing sauna at home, you have to drink at least 1 liter before going in. Okay, otherwise you will dehydrate and you get faint.
What about keto diet? What is your view about keto diet?
Yeah, this keto diet is very famous nowadays. I don't particularly like this because I don't like fattening food. To me, it's keto diet work fast, but it's expensive. Okay, one of my friends, he managed to lose about 4 kg in just 7 days practicing keto diet. You know how much he spends? 3,000. You have to think, because you're using the fatty food to fight against your fat. Slowly, no carbs, but using fat. So I would think that it's kind of expensive diet programs. That's why I don't recommend. For me, is I want to do it economical where everybody capable to do it. All you need is persistency. So any questions?
That's great. So what about the length we drink plain water before we eat? Before eating?
Okay, I would suggest 30 minutes will be very good. 20 to 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes, 2 cups of water before your meal. So if you are knowing that you are going to have your lunch at about 1 o'clock, so by 12:30, you will start drinking water. So the first cup, 250 at 12:30, followed by the second cup about 12:45. Just nice, then you start to consume. By the time 1 o'clock, you actually feel 25% of feeling. So you start you less consume of food.
That's great. So any more questions? So while waiting for the question, I want to share. It seems that Mr. MZ not able to on his mic. So because I did WhatsApp him, it seems that no response. So because he's in China currently. So whereas I just want to share my own experience, how I did it, because I'm a vegetarian. Okay, so I'm not a full-time vegetarian. I would say that 99%, if possible, I would be a vegetarian. So it means that for a vegetarian, usually I take a lot of starch. And when I start to slim down, I try to reduce to my weight, I use a wrong mechanism. Okay, what I mean by wrong mechanism, I just try to do some cardio exercise, and the cardio exercise actually do not build up my muscle. So Mr. MZ is ready. So I would like to invite Mr. MZ to share 1 or 2 minutes on how you did it in China. Can you please share? Mr. MZ, are you here? Where are you? I couldn't hear you.
Hello, Mr. MZ.
I can hear you. I see you. You can stop now. If you have what is that, a speaker, that can you say something, Mr. MZ?
Yeah, I can say something. Yeah, can you hear me,
please share
Prof?
with us?
Yes, I can hear
very
you.
Which part of China are you in now?
During my MCO, during my MCO, what I did in China, since in China we have to lock down everything, don't have choice. So first thing, how can I stay motivated to stay calm down and relax is the first thing I do the Muslim fasting, but 3 days I don't take any meals. Wow, it's look dramatic, but it works. So 3 days, I
you
do
do not eat
fasting,
anything
no
for 3
food,
days?
no anything, no food, but just hot water only. To be
Oh my God.
honest, last year my weight is 100 kg, but now my weight is almost 75 kg. Yeah, I reduced very much. And then actually it just take only 2 months because in China there's lockdown, you cannot go anywhere, you don't want to kill yourself here, right? So that is what I did is to stay motivated. relax. I thought to myself that I won't die here. So 3 days I don't take any meals, just only water. So means that I do a very intensive fasting. So that is my tips. And then number two is what I found from psychology is because one thing, when you feel susah hati, orang Malaysia cakap susah hati kan. Okay, so when you feel susah hati, of course you will get lost. Means that badan badan you akan turun. So means that 3 days no food at all, plus with the plain water, hot water, it will help you. Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you very much, Mr. F. Zakaria. I'm looking forward for you to come back to Malaysia and serve the National Audit Department very soon. So thank you so much for having a short session while you're in China. It's very, very interesting. And especially when I see your picture, I can tell that I nearly could not recognize you. And it was really a surprise for me when I see your before and after. And when you go slim, one of the conclusion I would say, your age turns to like a form five or fresh graduates rather than with your with as compared to your current age, it really reduced at least 10 to 20 years of your age. There is a power of weight reduction actually. So just coming back for me, how what I did to slim down, because for vegetarian, you want to you have to depend fully on carbo. So what I did, I did go to a personal gym center, because for that center, every morning I will go start with 20-minute cycle first. After the 20-minute cycle, then after that I will do what is called 10 types of exercise. So 10 types of exercise for 3 reps. Okay, so frankly speaking, I'm not a sporty type of person. I have never, even though in the school time, I never go for any sport. During the first session, for those who want to start with the exercise, right, be careful, yeah, because I just want to share my own experience. This is a real experience. During the first round, during the exercise number 3, I can tell you, I feel the, what is it called, blackout. I nearly fainted. I thought I did consult some of the cardio. Am I having a cardiovascular disease? Am I what happened to me? Is it because of my breakfast not sufficient? Then during the second session, my friend told me, "Oh, you have to take banana." Okay, fine. I take banana. Then I go to the exercise. Then after that, it seemed it works. I thought banana really works. Then during the third session, I start again with banana. You know what happened? I fully black out, totally black out during the 4th or 5th exercise. So it shows that the way how you do exercise, you have to adapt. That's why what Miss Winnie have done just now is start by 5 minutes, go more and more and more and more. This will be the better method as compared to what my personal trainer previously shared with me. Straight away 45 minutes, memang aku pump terus. Okay, so terus, and not only that, it's really suffering every time. And on top of that, when I go back home, when I want to do I have to fear, until the stage. Okay, imagine that until at night, yeah, I have to fear tomorrow have to do sit up. Oh my God, I have phobia of thinking of tomorrow. So that would be the things that I've gone through. But once you have adapt to the culture, and also when I do exercise, it will be in the morning. If you use scientific method to explain, because when you do exercise in the morning, you activate your metabolism rate. So the metabolism rate will last until for your whole day. So by using this method, not only that, when you do exercise, you activate dopamine. When you activate dopamine, one of the acetylcholine, so by the end of it, you become more happy, and also you become more calm. But the only thing is you must undergo, you have to be persistent, and also you really have to be very, very, you have to have a lot of self-motivation. Without self-motivation, so I will say that, okay, no way you can do it. And remember, an old uncle like me is able to reduce weight, and I'm sure that with y'all, which have a bit of the exercise background, you can do much better than me. Because during my school time, during the school time, they have a sukan, isn't it? I will hide myself to do other things inside the class. I do not even join a single sport at all, but I managed to do it because the objective for me is just only to make me more healthy. Because after the age of 40, definitely you need to maintain. I call it as maintenance, and also for you to build up a little bit of your muscle, not because for your for you to look good, but at least I worried that when I was 80 years old, if I'm long life enough lah. Okay, so when I was 60, 70 years old, I'm still able to be as flexible as other people, so I do not give burden to anybody. So that's why I need to do a lot of what is it called, the flexibility exercise, so that it's not easy. So because why? My experience is that if you do one day, you stop one day, you do one day, you stop one day, right? During the next week, you have to start all over again. That is something nightmare. It's not easy. Okay, so but I'm very sure that you all can do it. So with this, I pass to Miss Winnie to do any last words she want to share. Okay, and later on, pass to Dr. Vincent for the closing. Thank you.
The last word I want to share is never give up. Never give up, because somehow when the weight loss, when you go on certain level, it will start to stagnate. So what happened? It will be there, remain for quite a number of quite lengthy of time, but don't give up. Just continue to do whatever it takes, and it will soon, you will change, you will understand the root cause and come back to it, change the method. If it doesn't work, what you're going to do the next step. So this exercise is not going to slim down, but what are you going to do? Then this food is not helping, what you're going to do? Never give up, continue to do it. It will make it happen. Back to you.
Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you, Miss Winnie. Thank you, Dato, and thank you to
Miss
Mr.
Winnie.
Zakaria. Thank you for sharing. It was I mean I was shocked to listen. 25 kg in 2 months is really something very achievable, but something that you can dream of for someone I mean someone else or someone like me. Okay, don't worry about the slides and don't worry about this presentation, because it will all be uploaded on YouTube as well as our CBMRA's and Humanology's Facebook page. So do join our Telegram group, because from time to time we will share insights, or we share current happenings and so on. So stay tuned with our next webinar. Will be on this Friday, and for tomorrow, those who are celebrating our Westart Day, hopefully you can still enjoy it during this MCO, CMCO now. Okay, so have a great day. See you all. So stay tuned for our next webinar. See you all in the